Wide shot. On the golden savanna edge beside a reflective riverbank, a small group of 5 Homo erectus advances slowly, their muscular bodies tense beneath ragged hide garments. The cracked mud under their feet yields softly as they test the ground with sharpened wooden stakes. Dusty wind pushes pale grasses in waves, and the muted greens of acacia trees frame their movement. One individual raises a stone tool to signal silence, sensing something ahead. The mood is cautious anticipation, the camera lingering in an expansive, mythic landscape. Close-up. A single Homo erectus crouches at the river's edge, pressing fingers into the wet soil while scanning for tracks. His heavy brow ridge casts a deep shadow over alert eyes as muddy water ripples beside him. The earthy scent of wet ground mixes with faint vegetation aromas. He lifts a clump of mud to his nose, analyzing it for predator presence. The atmosphere is tight, primal tension humming beneath stillness. Ultra-wide low angle. In the sun-bleached grasses, the entire group freezes as the sharp crack of a distant branch echoes across the savanna. Their bodies lock in reflexive readiness, lithic tools held upright. Dry dust dances around their ankles as the wind suddenly dies. Eyes widen, scanning the acacia shadows. The mood is electric, a sudden spike of fear rippling through them. Medium shot. From the tall grass emerges a leopard, muscles coiled and eyes burning with hunger, stepping slowly into view. The Homo erectus closest to it raises his wooden spear defensively. The pale sky behind them heightens the contrast of the predator's spotted form. Neither side moves except for shallow breaths. The frame holds a charged stillness, thick with mortal threat. High-angle shot. 2 Homo erectus scramble up a leaning acacia trunk with explosive instinct, gripping bark with powerful fingers. Dry leaves shake loose under their weight and drift in spirals. Their hides scrape against rough bark as they ascend. Below them, dust swirls from their rapid movement. The mood is frantic survival, pure reflex. Low-angle close-up. A Homo erectus on the ground hurls a sharp stone, muscles bulging in the throw. The stone slices through dust-filled air toward the leopard. His flat nose flares with exertion, teeth gritted. The savanna behind him blurs into sun-fired gold. This moment is pure aggression, driven by desperate courage. Long lens medium shot. The leopard stops, ears flattening, then withdraws into tall grass, vanishing as silently as it appeared. The Homo erectus stand motionless, breaths ragged and eyes following the predator's retreat. Dust settles slowly around their feet. The acacia branches sway softly now that danger has passed. Relief mixes with trembling exhaustion. Wide shot. The group regathers beside a shallow, saline-crusted pool shimmering white under harsh sunlight. Crystalline deposits cling to the muddy edges like scattered frost. The hominids crouch, reaching toward the mineral layer with cautious curiosity. The hot wind carries a faint briny scent. The mood is wonder, discovery unfolding in silence. Close-up. An elder Homo erectus touches the salt crystals with rough fingertips, then brings them to his tongue. His heavy brow lifts slightly in recognition. The pale sky reflects in the wet mineral texture. He grunts softly, signaling significance. The mood is revelation, primitive, profound. Medium shot from shoulder height. 3 individuals scrape the salt carefully into leaf bundles using flat stones. Their movements are methodical and focused, salt dust catching the light. The grasses around them rustle gently, golden and dry. Sweat streaks through the dust on their muscular arms. This is purposeful labor, grounded and calm. Tracking wide shot. The group begins crossing the open savanna again, carrying their wrapped salt and water leaves. Acacia silhouettes dot the horizon beneath a pale, sun-bleached sky. Children cling to adult legs, keeping pace with small determined strides. Dry wind blows dust across their path. The tone is steady endurance. Low wide shot. Thunderheads gather above them, deep gray bruises forming against the muted sky. Lightning forks violently in the distance, lighting the savanna in stark flashes. Grasses bend in sudden gusts of wind. The Homo erectus brace themselves, clutching their tools and salt bundles. Tension builds as the storm approaches. Medium shot under an overhang. Rain begins to pour, drenching their hides as they hurry beneath a rocky ledge for shelter. Water streams across the stone face, splashing into small rivulets below. They gather vegetation to guide clean water into carved wooden hollows. Their breathing is heavy from the sprint. The mood is urgent but hopeful. Low-angle medium shot. A rival group emerges from the rain-filled haze, bodies streaked with clay markings and weapons raised. A defender from the first group steps forward, gripping his wooden spear tightly. The storm wind whips droplets across both sides. Lightning briefly illuminates both groups in dissonant contrast. The atmosphere vibrates with impending violence. Handheld close-up. One Homo erectus launches a stone toward the rival leader, expression fierce and teeth bared. The stone spins violently through the wet, dusty air. Rainwater runs down his face in muddy streaks. His muscles ripple with the movement. The action is raw aggression, primal and immediate. Low-profile wide shot. The rival coalition retreats across the wet savanna, slipping in mud as they vanish into storm-darkened grass. Members of the first group stand breathing heavily, weapons still raised. Steam rises from their soaked hides in the cooling air. Thunder rumbles above them. The mood is exhausted triumph. Close up beside a small fire. A Homo erectus applies crushed leaves to a child's scraped arm, hands gentle but firm. Firelight flickers across their heavy brow ridges and wet hair. The savanna night hums with insects, darkness stretching beyond the camp. The child watches silently, trusting. The moment is quiet care and communal resilience. High-angle wide night shot. A few individuals dig shallow pits near the camp perimeter, working silently under starlight. The grasses glow faintly from the dim fire behind them. Each shovel of dirt is careful, deliberate. Eyes keep scanning the darkness for predators. The atmosphere is vigilant, waiting for threats unseen. Wide shot at riverbank dawn. A sudden surge of river water rushes toward their camp, the current frothing and violent. Homo erectus scramble to pull their leaf-wrapped salt and water hollows onto higher ground. Mud splashes as they haul their precious resources with urgent strength. The rising sun paints the wet savanna in gold. The mood is frantic preservation. Epic ultra-wide sunrise shot from a gentle low angle. The group ascends a rocky rise overlooking the golden savanna, carrying their salt bundles and tools. Their silhouettes cut sharply against the newborn sun, framed by acacia shapes and distant river shine. A lone predator watches from far grass but keeps its distance. Dust rises behind their steady steps. The mood is triumphant endurance, a mythic stride into future survival.